You see it, FDMG, first of the month, breakfast, views, Safer Hostel, Miko Cheney, Dar es Salaam. You see it, man. You see it. It's a beautiful thing. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the first of the month. Get up, get up, get up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Yeah, man. FDMG mug. We got some green juice. It's avocado and mango. Barachichi na embe. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. But we scoop that over, make sure y'all can see that right there. You know what I'm saying? Cash App, $, FDMG School. Got the Passion Jam, passion fruit jelly on deck, you know. It's a beautiful day, man. Day 3. Breaking fast. Got some banana. Got some egg today. You know, I'm a part-time vegan. Got some bread, you know. And yeah, so today I got a little bit more direction. I was inspired last night, you know, something I wanted to, you know, expound on for quite some time now, you know. But today's breaking fast is I want to talk to the young brothers. I'm a young Thundercat myself, but you know, I want to talk to the young Thundercats. I'm talking, you just stepping into high school, 14, 15, sophomores, even up to seniors, you know what I'm saying? Even if you're in college right now watching this. I just want to touch on travel. I know there are some things that in high school that you want to have, right? You have to have the haves. You want the sneakers, you want the clothes, you want the car, you know what I'm saying? That's cool. But it's a lot of life to be lived out here, and you're living it for the wrong people. You are living it for the wrong people. I think it was a Bajaji that just got started up, but let me tell you, you're living it for the wrong people. Like, let me tell you a little bit of experience. So I was working like 2 jobs in high school, right? Through my whole junior year, pretty much. I hope y'all can hear me, goddamn. But majority of half of my junior year, I want to say, or my whole junior year, half of my sophomore year through my junior year, I was working like 2 jobs to save up for a car and different things like that, right? Thinking that, yo, I want to come back to senior year, you know, stunting and fronting, wood grain gripping, you know, all that jazz, you know what I'm saying? I bought my car, I want to say July 14th, 2014, class of 2015. And the weekend before school started, I wrecked it. Now, you know, long story short, I was in downtown Dallas, school shopping. I was on Riverfront. If y'all know, y'all know. But this was at the time there was still some new construction going on. They was making new lanes, expanding, yada yada. I forgot the club that used to be over there, but they used to host like a lot of sneaker shows and different things like that over there, right? So there was, and a lot of markets too. I forgot the name of that area, but they used to hold like a lot of markets, and you know, a lot of people would come and sell their crafts and shit like that. So yeah, so I ended up breaking it. You know, it was a 1991. I didn't even say what kind of car it was, but you know, it was a 1991 5.0 Mustang LX drop top. Oh, man, red on the outside, red on the inside. It was beautiful. The guy I bought it from had rebuilt the engine. That boy was running smooth. It just ain't had no speakers. And the funny thing is, I had just got my speakers in the mail that day, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna install them when I get back. You know, I'm trying to, you know, I was just trying to get up out. I mean, not get up out of there, but you know, I don't know what it was. I was just gonna do it when I got back. I was gonna learn how to do it myself. But yeah, so that was that. Ended up wrecking the car and had no car my senior year. So, which, you know, when I look back on, I really should have been, I knew I was going to California anyway. well, I knew I was going to California, but I don't think I had really committed at that point. Like I had applied for school and I got accepted my junior year because there was a scholarship that you would get if you applied your junior year and got accepted and stuff like that. But which I actually just ran up on the anniversary of September 30th. Well, that's what it said on Facebook, September 30th. I didn't start school until October 5th, I believe, but I had already moved out there like the last week of September. But it just came up on the 6 years of that, of me enrolling in college, Cheers. I'm proud of myself for trying. But anyway, man, I say all that to say, realistically, I should have been saving up that money, whether I was going to use that for college, going to LA or whatever, or what have you, There's a lot of things that you should do to just kind of experience before you, I don't want to say before you settle, but I don't know, not before you settle, but, or, priorities, because, what are priorities at that age, as far as, high school goes, like 14 to 18, like what are priorities, but I mean, the world is only getting smaller, and I'm saying this because, I want young brothers to experience the world. Like it's so much easier to travel now, so much easier to make connections. So many other platforms like the BMT platform, Black Men Travels. Find us on Facebook, on YouTube. I did an interview with them about my recent trip to Cape Verde, Cabo Verde, Saudade de Bo, I forgot how to say I love you, but, I love CV, man. I definitely got to come back, but I just don't know when yet. But anyway, yeah, I just recently did an interview with the BMT platform. Shout out to Aaron Ferris, your boy Will Fidel, shout out Cardell. Those are some good guys, man. But so, I mean, just the direction that we're moving in, brothers that's getting into traveling is only going to get younger, and younger, especially with the programs and the initiatives of ideas that I have for and my brand with Virtual Heart, you know what I'm saying? Domestic travel, especially, people are doing their international thing, but domestic travel I feel like is just as important because, things I've learned even when I was living in LA is that, there's young Black men in LA, South Central LA, Compton, Inglewood, or whatever, that have never been to the beach. And what, Santa Monica, Venice is what, 10 miles away or less? Not time-wise, it's not that short, but, with all that traffic and shit, but, that always stuck out to me, and I learned that through meeting someone who owned 2 group homes. I think one was in Long Beach, the other was in Compton. I want to say it was in Compton, yeah. Well, I learned that through talking with him, and this was around the time that I had went to go see my school and different things like that. So that always stuck with me because that shit sounds crazy to me. And mind you, I hadn't traveled solo at that time, but I did live in Germany for a period of time for about 8 months or so when I was 12. Pop was in the military, stuff like that. So I really kind of broke the barrier earlier for me to not be afraid of change, not be afraid of cultural change, language barriers, all that. I've dealt with all that. 20-something countries, 6 continents, I've dealt with all of that. But yeah, just with the programs and the things that, in the direction that we're moving in, traveling brothers is only going to get younger, and younger. And as we start more programs, not only through BMT, but also you also have other things like Workaway, where you can volunteer like almost any country in the world doing various things, volunteering on the farm, volunteering to teach English, I don't know, it's really so many opportunities depending on the country you want to see. They cover your accommodation, room and board. Sometimes you may get an allowance, for the work that you do. But I mean, you can do house sitting, you can do pet sitting, like watching somebody's home when they're not home, when they're out of town. Pet sitting, watching somebody's dog, You know, so this could be, I mean, this could be anywhere. You could be in a 20-bedroom mansion watching somebody's dog. I mean, not that it would, I don't know. I mean, I've heard of stories like that. Not 20-story bed mansions, but but of people watching really nice homes. You know, somebody watching somebody's dog or feeding somebody's fish. You know, some weird shit like that. But man, I mean, you can do what is it? A Peace Corps. You can. I mean, there's just so many different things. Just like Workaway. You can be an au pair. I tried to do it in France. Didn't really work out. I tried to take the initiative to go out there and meet with families in person. Didn't find my ideal situation. There was one that I had found that I wanted, but you know, they ended up choosing somebody else, which, you know, that it happens, right? But yeah, so I ended up so I almost accepted this job teaching English in Guadeloupe. And mind you, at the time, I'm like, island life? I don't know, man. That seems kind of, you know, far out there, you know. I don't know. But, I mean, beautiful black family. I think the boys were ages like 6 and 8 or something like that. So, you know, they were, or 8 and 11, something like that, 8 and 10, around there. So, you know, they were, you know, at a good age where they were kind of, I guess, would probably be looking for an older brother figure type thing. And if I can find that, if I can log into my account and find that, I'm going to go more into detail about that process and how I was filtering through and searching around for families to become an au pair for, you know, because at first, you know, obviously I wanted to be in Paris. You know, I want to be, you know, at least on the outskirts of Paris and all of that. You know, we there's a B, yeah, but I know y'all heard that shit. But yeah, you know, so you know, from Paris, it kind of, you know, it's very competitive around there. So then they kind of dwindle down, you know, and start looking around Lyon, Toulouse, even Bordeaux. Yeah, you know, you gotta, sometimes you can't really, what you might want isn't probably what's best for you anyway. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, obviously I ended up passing on. I mean, now at this point, now I would take that job in Guadeloupe, you know what I'm saying? Like, because island life, I could do that, yeah. Cape Verde made me really like, yo, I could do this. Like, this is cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, just away from the world, peaceful, you know, fresh fruits always. I mean, just mind your own business. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, tending to what's in front of you. You got yours. You know, it's cool, man. It's cool. I love the communal, you know, the community togetherness. Like, it's a beautiful thing. Island life is cool, but yeah, it's just So I mean, if I had any advice, let's get to that. If I had any advice, I would just say, man, like, splurge. Splurge on the things you want. Do that, but at the same time, really think about the life that you want or that you would like to have. You know, I know it's kind of a lot to say, like, at that young age, you know, if you're like 13, 14 watching this, or 15 or 16, you know, there's certain things that you may be seeing on social media that you feel compelled to have, but please just don't allow people to live a life that you don't want, or that's just not you. That's just not you. Because I know how hard that can be, and peer pressure is real. So yeah, so really just kind of sit down and, you know, travel is one of those things that will open you up to finding out what it is that you want, or what it is that you like, different foods that you like, different music that you may like, different women that you may like, you know. Because it's already enough, you know, obviously going on out there for a black man, you know, living in America. You know, it's already hard enough. So I know there's certain things that we may buy and splurge on to make us feel better or to make us feel comfortable for the moment. But in the long haul, it's all just a cover-up. Like, that car was just a cover-up to, you know, to floss and stun on people that I really didn't give a fuck about. Like, people I don't even talk about, you know, I mean, I don't even talk to this day. Like, I mean, you know, a couple high and by here, a couple, you know, I appreciate y'all dropping safe travel, you know, or whatever on social media and stuff like that. I always, you know, always can appreciate that. It's always near and dear to my heart. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. But yeah, it's just temporary. Like, just try to think. Just at least try, you know, to think beyond what's going on around you, what people are talking about around you. You may not care about. You may only sow just to fit in or what have you. And you know, F all of that. Don't do none of that. Just keep being you, keep researching, and this world is only getting smaller. I'm telling you. Like the way I moved around the world was just so digital nomad. Like it was, I mean, just searching hashtags, reaching out to people, and you know, I'm gonna do a free ebook. You know what? With the launch of my website, I'm gonna do a free ebook of how I moved around the world. Just to kind of give people an idea of the cost, and I'm gonna have receipts and all of that too. So I gotta dig back 2017, and you know, but I'm sure I have that stuff, you know, somewhere in my emails and different things like that. Even though I have like 10 different emails. But anyway, I say all that to say, young brother, young Thundercats, to the young brothers and young Thundercats watching this, I say all that to say, keep being you. Don't give up. I mean, as cliche as it sounds, you know, obviously, you know, keep being you, don't give up. And just be inspired to travel, man, because travel is going to open you up to so much more. Like, it's going to expand your mind to, like, you know. And again, I'm a big proponent of domestic travel, even though, you know, I think domestic travel is underrated because that can lead to so many different opportunities as well. That builds a certain level up to you making it abroad, international, worldwide, and you know, different things like that. So, you know, that's how I made my progression. You know, because I wanted to take off on a solo trip through Europe before I even went to college, because I knew that that's how kids in Europe did it, or people in Europe did it. Like, you know, they would take that year off, travel the world, and then go to college and stuff like that. So I wanted more of that approach, but my mom gave me the advice of, hey, maybe you should wait until you go to school and you will meet friends from around the world, and that will lead you to, you know, opening and expanding. And sure enough, mama was right. Ended up meeting good friends from Paris. Shout out to Wizman, my guy. Good friends from Tokyo. Shout out to Rio, my guy, from Japan, from Tokyo, Japan. I mean, just meeting people from all over the world, man. Like, I mean, these are people that I ended up linking with once I got, you know, to their country, you know, eventually. You know, I went to France in fall 2017, went to Japan, April of 2019, you know what I'm saying? So, the world is big out here, man. And I met these people 2015, 2016, so it just goes to show, man, that this world is only getting smaller and smaller. And with the internet and platforms like the BMT, like mine, and what I'm doing, you know, here, you're only gonna get so much more inspiration, and you're not gonna know where to start. You know, it's gonna be like, whoa, where should I go? But I mean, do what you're comfortable with, man. If you ready to jump off the porch, you know, holla at your boy. Send me an email, send me a DM. I will, you know, point you in the right direction. You know, you ready to jump off the porch, go international with it? You know, when you want to go ahead and head off to Africa, or, you know, South America, or, you know, what have you, holla at your boy. I've been there. I did that. I seen that. So that's what it is, man. That's what it is. Please rewind, Tanzania. Breaking fast. Let me finish eating. You know, I haven't ate much. I just wanted to really rap to the young brothers, young Thundercats out there like myself. Knowing what I know now, I would have retired at 21. to keep it real with you, to keep it Khalid with you. I would have retired at 21 because I already been had my land, been done built my house. Knowing the cost of living or the cost of building out here, yo, you can build a 4-bedroom house for like 25,000, no cap, and that's including the plumbing, roofing, framing, everything you need to finish a house, except for like the tiling and I think paint as well. I mean, but the difference between each country, like, you know, East Coast, West Coast, down south, you know, the cost of living is ridiculous. I mean, the cost of that too with the U.S. dollar, but the cost of building is crazy. Like, yeah, knowing what I know now, again, I would have, you know, bit the bullet and put off on that car and shit. Would have at least bought the land, you know, and began building over time. And by now, with everything going on, I would have been set. Had my own water filter, growing my own food. I would have been planting the trees back then, so they would have been, you know, Pashani, Parachichi. You know, I would have had everything. But hey, man, look. You live and you learn. I'm a young 24, you know what I'm saying? Finna be 25, cap season coming up, you know. Hey, man, we bringing it in the motherland again for the, third year in a row. Last year was Cape Verde, celebrated my birthday. I was turned up. Before that, it was Ghana, you know what I'm saying? 23, Saturday born, young Kwame. And then before that, what was I at? So that's 2020, 2021 Cape Verde, 2020 Ghana, in 2019. Oh, I was in Paris. Yeah, so that's when I was coming. I celebrated my birthday. That's when I was out there interviewing, trying to become an au pair during my birthday. So, or that, you know, that era. So, man, look, your boy has been out here for quite some time. You know, I got the receipts to back it up. Follow me on Instagram at PLZRWD. Please rewind. And man, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and all that good stuff. A lot coming soon.